and welcome to National Focus for Friday, July 19, 2024. I am Aaliyah Martin. The headlines: Kavem Hodge 120 and Alec Athanas 82 shine for West Indies. Government presents $20,000 to Dubla Football Club. And 62 teachers graduate from summer program. The details of the headline stories and more when we return.
Ride safe, wear a helmet, safer roads in the nature aisle. This message was brought to you by the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Welcome back. Dominicans around the world were made proud as Kavem Hodge and Alec Athanas scored their maiden test 100 and maiden test 50 respectively on day 2 of the second test in the West Indies tour of England. The two Dominican batsmen met at the crease while the West Indies were in a spot of bother at 89 for 3 at the stroke of lunch. However, when the game resumed for the second session of the day, the two set anchor, playing with a mix of aggression and caution on their way to a 175-run partnership. Athanas unfortunately lost his wicket for 86 runs to some smart bowling from Ben Stokes. However, Kavem Hodge continued on, scoring his maiden test 100 with a well-placed shot for 4. He continued his innings before getting out for 120 runs. His innings, along with Athanas, rescued the West Indies as they trailed by only 65 runs at stumps.
Strength of mind is key. Kavem Hodge raises his arms. He puts Trizzle Dominica on the map while making a name for himself in Test match cricket. It is 100 of note at Trent Bridge. And he will celebrate it duly.
Wonderful scenes. He kisses the bag.
Hodge is only the second Dominican player to score a Test century and the first to score one overseas. The game will resume at 6 a.m. on Saturday.
You know, Test cricket is something that everybody aspires to do, but, you know, to do it with friends that you grew up with, you know, your fellow countrymen, makes it even more special. Not just being in the team, but, you know, spending time out in the middle and you know, putting the team in a good position. Yeah.
What's the chat like between you when you're out in the middle together?
I mean, sometimes it's a bit loose, to be honest. I try my best to lead whenever we're out there, because, you know, I want everybody to be nice and calm. I want him to be relaxed, and sometimes it's a bit loose. Whenever it's tense, it's coming from him. But whenever it's loose and calm, it's coming from me.
It was a bit of a tough battle out there. You know, England threw absolutely everything at you. A lot of high pace. Really tried everything they could to get through your defences. How much kind of satisfaction do you get from A, repelling that, and then B, putting that pressure back on them?
Yeah, it always makes it more satisfying when you have to work hard for it. It's not every day you turn up to a test match and you have to face somebody that bowling, you know, 94, 95 miles an hour every single ball, and it was tough, you know. it was tough. We had to be on our P's and Q's. But, you know, I think that's what made it more satisfying, that we got through that period. You know, we didn't give him any wicket, unfortunately, my good friend. Got a little conk in the head. I honestly thought that I would have gotten hit before him, because, you know, I was ducking some very close calls. But, you know, it's kudos to him that, you know, he fought back and he kept pushing on.
What was that like?
Well, I mean, I'm different from him. I mean, getting hit excites me. Like, you know, facing a man at 95 miles per hour excites me. So it's like fighting fire with fire. Well, unfortunately, I got hit today, but I mean, like I said, that kind of pace excites me.
Take me back. I hear that you two of you used to live together in Grenada. What was that like?
Yeah, we lived for a lengthy period in Grenada when the franchise was in Grenada. So, you know, we did everything together. We trained. I used to cook for him because I make a mean curry. So he would just, after practice, he would just go upstairs and I would have to come upstairs in my training clothes, cook curry, and then come back down in my room. But yeah, that's the kind of relationship we have. You know, we speak a lot about cricket. You know, we talk cricket on and off the field and about life and everything, you know. So we have a really good relationship, and it always shows on the field, you know, with the partnership that we had today and also in first-class cricket back home.
Is cooking any good?
Yeah, yes it is. Like you said, he makes a mean curry. But I think our relationship is based on how close we are. I think you could see it out in the middle. It's not just two batsmen batting out there. It's actually two friends, you know, and we communicate well together. And most of the times we don't even call when it's a single. It's like it's just, we speak through our eyes. Yeah.
You didn't quite manage to get to the three figures today, but to see your close friend get there and obviously having batted so long together, how did that feel to be able to celebrate him? I saw you up in the dressing room, got up clapping and cheering. How did that feel for you to be able to celebrate your friend like that?
I mean, it felt really good. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't get to the three figures, but I mean, I still feel like I got there because he got there, you know. And I mean, it meant a lot to me, you know, seeing that he's from Dominica and the struggles that we went through, you know, and seeing him batting and fighting out there. It was really good. I almost beat West Indies to a post. I mean, like I said in the post, anybody that saw it actually melts my heart, you know, seeing that he, and most people may not know, but he works extremely, extremely hard, right? So I think he's just Kavem Hodge. And that is all I could say. Because, I mean, we back home sometimes we say he work a bit too hard, but I mean, you could see it. That is why he's Kavem Hodge.
Government, through the Ministry of Sports, has presented the CCCUL Dubla Football Club with $20,000 as they get set to represent Dominica at the Caribbean Football Union Club Shield Championship. The tournament is set to begin on Monday, July 29 in Curacao. Member of Parliament for the Collioure constituency, Honorable Darren Pinard, wished the team success in the upcoming tournament.
The club has won 4 Premier League titles. It's won the 2004-2005 season, 15-16, 16-17, and then 23-24, which makes them the current DFA Premier League champions. So as the Premier League champions, the club will be traveling overseas to Curacao to represent Dominica in a competition over there. And so we want to just wish them well. We want to wish them safe travels out and back home, and wish them a lot of success in the upcoming tournament. So again, we want to thank the government for its support, and we want to wish the club all the success on this coming trip.
Sports coordinator Mr. Trevor Shillingford encouraged the team to be ambassadors of Dominica.
As champions, you are representatives of Dominica at the CFU Club Championship. So I want to encourage the team to be true ambassadors of Dominica. And while you participate in the competition, give it your very best shot, as there are several opportunities that you may derive by participating in this championship. There will be international scouts who will be out there looking, and you can never tell what level of interest that you can create by participating in this championship.
The players were urged to use the tournament as an opportunity to showcase their talents.
Some of you may get the opportunity to become semi-professional and professional players just for your participation in this championship. So as you get set to participate or represent Dominica at the club championship, give it your very best shot. Ensure that you are properly prepared for the competition. And when you're out there, always remember that you are true ambassadors, you're ambassadors of Dominica, and you are to represent Dominica to the best of your ability. So let me congratulate you and wish you the very best as you embark on this journey in representing Dominica at the CFU Club Championship.
This presentation falls in line with government's mandate to support sports in Dominica.
For this government, it's not about the money.
it's more about creating the opportunities for young persons like you to excel in sports. So the facilities are fine, the resources are fine, but what we want to do is to create opportunities for you to excel. So what we want is for you to go out there, make a name for yourselves, make a name for Dubla, make a name for Dominica on a whole. Because as the sports coordinator rightly said, the opportunities are there in sports.
Government will continue to support and invest in sports around the island.
I just want to commend all of you for being champions. I want to say to you that government can do what it can, but at the end of the day, your success will be dependent on your effort and your commitment. You have to show the commitment for all those that are investing in you. You have to make time to train, you have to work hard, work on your weaknesses, and never give up. That's the only recipe for success in sports. And my advice to all of you, to take the opportunity in Curacao and make the best of it and make a name for yourselves. And also, just to say that the government will continue working for you on behalf of you. We are continuing to invest in facilities around Dominica.
President of the CCCUL Dubla Football Club, Mr. Kevin Charles, thanked government for their investment in the club.
On behalf of Central Cooperative Credit Union Dubla FC, I would like to take the opportunity to thank the government of Dominica for the support, particularly in these trying times. We do appreciate it. It is indeed a great privilege for us as a club to go out there and represent our country. As we continue to strive forward as a club, we will do our best to go out there and represent Dominica, our community, our fans on a whole. As our club, we will continue to go steadfast in everything that we do. Once again, on behalf of all of us, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank everyone.
62 teachers completed the annual Teachers Summer Institute on Friday with a closing ceremony at the auditorium of the Convent High School. The training program commenced on July 8 and ran till July 19, 2024. The workshop was facilitated by the Canadian Teachers Federation in collaboration with the Dominica Association of Teachers, DAT, and the Ministry of Education. Public Relations Officer of the DAT, Ms. Juanita Carbon, says the participating teachers have been equipped with necessary skills for their development.
Teachers, you have been equipped with skills in digital literacy and AI, and we saw some of it this morning already being displayed. Differentiated instruction and classroom management, measurement and evaluation, music and theater arts. I know that a little later on we are going to see all or some of what you have learned during the course of the 2 weeks. We implore you, teachers, to return to your schools with renewed vigor and purpose.
Canadian team leader Ms. Lena Lees described the 2024 program as a success.
Project Overseas 2024 was a tremendous success due to our joint interest in providing the best education possible for our students. We would like to acknowledge that our accomplishments were achieved by the hard work and support of many. We have built upon the partnership that exists between the Canadian Teachers Federation and the Dominica Association of Teachers to continue taking action towards our shared objective of improved learning for teachers, which in turn enhances learning opportunities for our students and builds stronger communities. This common goal is not only shared between the CTF-FCE and the DAT, but is also a fundamental objective of Education International. Education International is the voice of teachers and education workers around the world and advocates for teachers as professionals with the capacity to affect change.
Acting Chief Education Officer Dr. Jeffrey Blaise told the teachers that the summer training is important for their progression.
The training is important, not only for you as teachers in terms of your personal and professional growth and development, but also in sustenance of the education system in terms of building capacity and ensuring that the recipients of the delivery of education services, that our students, obviously, and their parents to a great extent, and the community, by extension, get their money's worth. And I always say, as a ministry, we provide a service. And often we don't see the service during the execution of it. We see the outputs, the outcomes of the service.
The 62 participants received their certificates of completion during the closing ceremony. You're watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. The curtains have come down on the IT in Dominica ICT Summer Institute for Teachers, held in collaboration with the Ministry of Education. The program, which began on Monday, July 8, ran for 2 weeks, with participants engaging in 4 courses, all aimed at increasing teachers' proficiency in information technology. Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Mr. Robert Geese, says the courses that the teachers have participated in will greatly assist the students that they teach.
These actually help the children with the creative thinking. It helps them with the problem solving. It helps them with the reasoning skills. I would also like for you to introduce them to online chess, because if you can do that as a game in the classroom, this is actually going to help with the logical thinking, the creative thinking, and the critical thinking.
Government through the ministry is committed to supporting teachers and schools in promoting and utilizing technology at schools.
We are currently building 6 schools funded by the Chinese. We're building schools at Goodwill Secondary, the Bellevue, Chopet Primary, the Tech One Primary, the Simeku Primary, the Kalibishi Primary, and the Tibo Primary. Each of these schools will be equipped with a they will be equipped with computer labs, fully equipped computer labs. This will be available to students, teachers, and the wider community. So it's not just for the school. We are, the government of Dominica, we're moving towards the digital economy. We keep hearing about the digital economy. So we want our children, our teachers, and the community to be on par with us.
He encouraged teachers to incorporate technology more frequently into their classrooms.
Our national assessments, grades 2, 4, and 6, are now fully online. So we would like to encourage the teachers to use online assessment in your classrooms. Have the students practice from as early as grade 1 or grade 2, all the way to grade 6, because moving forward, we are not going back to paper-based assessment. We still have the writing component, but we are working on the portfolios, and hopefully we can move into the digital portfolios.
Workshops like these are important as government continues to develop the country's digital economy.
We're now focusing on the digital economy, and we're hoping that through these workshops and the support that we will be providing to schools, that we can inculcate digital skills and responsibilities in our children from a very early age. We need to teach our children to be responsible digital citizens. We need to teach them that not everything is for recording. Not everything that is recorded is for sharing. Not everything that was shared to you is meant for further sharing. We need to teach that to our children early.
As part of the closing ceremony, teachers made presentations on the information they received during the 2 weeks. The newly established Sports Council aims to aid in the development of sports around the country. The council, which was appointed by government, is another in a series of efforts to continue the development of athletes and sports in Dominica. Mr. Dokchov is honored for the chance to continue to enhance sports in Dominica, as the council will serve as an advisory board to the Ministry of Sports.
It is a new initiative, and it has been recently formed, and I have been appointed as chairperson, and I feel humbled and honored to have been given that opportunity to lead the sports council. It's something new, so we are basically sailing in uncharted waters. But as I said, it gives us the opportunity to bring new ideas to the table. We are functioning more as an advisory body, advisory committee to the ministry and to the Minister of Sports.
The council, led by Mr. Dokchov, is made up of 13 individuals who have contributed to sports.
The members of the committee are myself as chairperson, Ron O'Reilly is the secretary. We have Trevor Shillingford, who is the sports coordinator, and the other members, Kimara Ito, Gregory Shillingford, Rupert Sorrendo, Job Joseph, Jerry Williams, Glenn Etienne, Enzo Irish, Emmanuel Nanton, Miss Aflin Nestle, and Kenny Green. So those persons will make up the committee.
One of the main priorities of the Sports Council will be to review legislation governing sports and athletes in Dominica.
One of the things that we really want to look at is the sports legislation and also a sports policy. So hopefully we can attend to those two areas and many other areas. We have to decide how we would like to function. And as I said, we are more an advisory committee to the Minister of Sports and to the entire ministry.
The Sports Council aims to create an environment where sportsmen and women can thrive.
Sports is a major industry, and we believe that with proper planning, strategic planning, and which is another critical area, the financing and the funding, I believe sports can create that kind of environment that the young people can thrive in. Because when a young person excels in sports, it says a lot for the country, and we want to ensure that our young people are given maximum opportunity.
Mr. Dokchov added that he hopes through the Sports Council to be able to help create opportunities for local athletes.
We want to ensure that we can pass on sound and positive and progressive advice to the Minister and the Ministry of Sports so that it will reflect on the opportunities that will be available to our young people. Because we have a lot of talent in Dominica, but sometimes we lack strategic planning, we lack, as I said, funding important. So I believe the Sports Council would have to attend to all those areas and to give a sound footing for the Ministry of Sports to be able to make the decisions.
And that was National Focus. Now for your weather advisory. Lingering moisture and instability associated with a tropical wave can be expected to continue to affect the area. This is expected to result in increased cloudiness with scattered showers and possible isolated thunderstorms during the period. People in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks are advised to be on the alert and to exercise caution. A gradual drying of the atmosphere can be expected thereafter. As we're in the midst of the hurricane season, it is crucial to take proactive steps to protect yourself and your family. Today's tip: after the hurricane, drink bottled water. Use bottled water until authorities confirm that it is safe to use pipe-borne water, as water sources can get contaminated due to heavy rains and flooding. If bottled water is not readily available, boil all tap water before use. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I am Aaliyah Martin. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend and stay safe.